And welcome to Hannity. We start with the Fox News alert. Tonight, we are only 320 days away from the election of 2020, when you get to decide. Democrats, of course, have been hell-bent on ripping this country apart for 3 straight years. Their 3 long years of psychotic rage, hate against the president, coupled with their inability to accept the outcome of we the people. The 2016 election has now resulted in one of the most, if not the most, pathetic, divisive, disgusting, repulsive, and frankly dangerous political stunts in American history. Now, what's been happening all day and night, this entire shift show, has now come to light. It is nothing but a revolting charade based on nothing, except they hate losing and they're sore losers. And what they have been doing, what they've been up to for 3 long years has been hurting this country. It's hurting our country tonight. Democrats, they seem to could care less. This hour, they are all jumping for joy while they've been pretending to be solemn and sober and somber and whatever. It's all a lie. Even that's a lie. To hell with the country. Let's lie like we always do. Let's say we did this prayerfully but painfully. All these people have done for 3 years is lie. And the same with their friends and the media mob. Might as well lie again. In fact, House leadership, they had to ask their members not to perform their victory dance in public. Instead, they were instructed to act somber, no high-fiving. Now, pretty tall order for some, as Democrats, they have been dreaming of this moment for 3+ years. In fact, it has been in the works since before Donald Trump was even the Republican nominee. I kid you not. Let's go to Politico, April 26, 2016. Could Trump be impeached shortly after he takes office? Impeachment is already on the lips of pundits, newspaper editorials, constitutional scholars, who are not scholars, and even a few members of Congress. One of those members of Congress was, yes, nutty Jerry Nadler himself. He chaired the Democrats 1 week. 1 week. Impeachment proceeding, sham proceeding, his own shift show, if you will, in the Judiciary Committee with ivory tower professors, one of which wanted to impeach Trump for tweeting out the words fake news. And in November 2016, right after the election, nutty Nadler exclaimed, quote, "We can't wait 4 years to vote Mr. Trump out of office, so we must do everything we can do to stop Trump and his extreme agenda." That was November 2016. A few months later, on January 20th, 2017, 19 minutes after President Trump was sworn into office as the 45th president of the United States, there is the Washington Post declaring the campaign to impeach Trump has begun. Now, we know what's going on here. Hillary Clinton was utterly destroyed by Donald Trump. The Democrats, the media mob, they never saw this coming. We, the people, well, we decided to elect a disruptor, an iconoclast, somebody who made promises and was hell-bent on fulfilling them. President won, sore losers in the Democratic Party, the media mob, the deep state. They have been plotting their revenge ever since, even before. First it was Russia, 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 collusion, 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 conspiracy, conspiracy, obstruction, obstruction, taxes, and then it was campaign violations. Then back to Russia. Now the Ukraine. We'll move there. 2 vague, cooked up, what are absolutely meaningless charges featuring 0 evidence. We had 1 fact witness. The rest were hearsay and opinion witnesses. 1 fact witness. What do you want? Nothing. No quid pro quo. By the way, unlike Joe, want to know what the real? Look at Joe and 0 experience Hunter. You're not getting the billion unless you fire the guy that's investigating my son, who's 0 experience making millions. Yeah, the very thing they say they're outraged about. Now, Pelosi, Schiff, Nadler, they're really interested in the abuse of power. They got to look in the mirror, because the Schiff show in Congress that we've been witnessing all day, there is real abuse of power. It is them. And let's make one thing perfectly clear tonight. This is not just about President Trump. This is about, we, the American people. We smelly Walmart shopper Trump supporters. We irredeemable deplorables that cling to our God, our Constitution, and our Bibles. Now, Democrats think that we, the American people, we're really dumb. They think they know better. They clearly look down on us. They detest our way of life. They don't like our politics, our religion, our choices, or our candidates and the way we vote. And they believe that everyone on this map should be ruled by lawmakers in New York and California. San Francisco, L.A., New Jersey, New York, sure, and D.C. That's not how our system works, is it? We have a constitution. We're a constitutional republic. We're protected from this kind of far-left radical statism and tyranny. This impeachment charade, this Ukrainian nonsense coup attempt will be immediately dismissed in the U.S. Senate, and then the will of you, the American people, will prevail. You will have all the power in 320 days, because what we've been witnessing all day and all night, I'll tell you, is nothing but political theater. I do have good news. All of it's helping the president. They are contributing to the re-election of Donald Trump. How do we know? Look at this. Brand new Gallup poll. The president's approval rating is up, and support for impeachment is down dramatically. In fact, the president's approval rating is up 6 points since the entire shift show started. And meanwhile, a new USA Today poll has the president beating every single potential Democratic rival. Americans know a political sham and a witch hunt when they see it for 3 straight years. And as per usual, the president, he is fighting back. You see that rally earlier tonight? Thousands of people packed in an arena. It's the greatest political show on earth. They couldn't give a flying rip with these people that have been hell-bent on stopping, destroying, not helping us, not doing a thing. Think about this. Can you name in your own mind one thing that they have done to help this country, to help the forgotten men and women? Let's see, 13 million more Americans on food stamps, 8 million more in poverty, lowest labor participation rate since the 70s. That was Biden-Obama. Trump, 7 million fewer people on food stamps, 7 million new jobs, the best employment situation since 1969. Wow, record low unemployment. African Americans, Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans, women in the workplace, youth unemployment. What have the Democrats done? Can you think of one thing except hating Trump? We are 320 days, and then you get the power. Democrats, they probably know deep in their hearts, they're not going to do well. Now, this radical, extreme socialist agenda, this field of 2020 so-called contenders, yep, they're great. Keep it up. Quid pro quo Joe is corrupt to the core, and he brags about it. Zero experience, Hunter, paid millions. He's leveraging $1 billion U.S. tax dollars, and the mob won't talk about it. And Democrats ignore it. That's how bifurcated and messed up their brains are tonight. That's how hypocritical they all are. And by the way, they can, in the case of quid pro quo Joe, he can barely string 2 sentences together without getting confused. Then you got Elizabeth Warren. Dishonest con artist their entire career. Radical socialist, faked her own race for decades. Then you got the angry socialist, communist, Bernie Sanders. Well, he wants us to look like Venezuela. And you got Mayor Pete. He's not even loved in his own town. That's a problem. Now, it's pretty obvious this impeachment charade is not just about revenge. It's a desperate political ploy. It is a power grab. Democrat Al Green, congressman, said, well, if we don't impeach the president, he's going to get reelected. Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez saying this is about preventing a potentially disastrous outcome from occurring next year. And just today, the corrupt, compromised, coward, congenital liar, the man himself, Adam Schiff, echoed those concerns. Let's listen in.
The president has made clear he's not going to stop seeking foreign intervention in our election. He's out on the White House lawn saying that if we're being honest, there's a simple answer. I want Ukraine to do this investigation. The timing is really driven by the urgency, and that is
a national security issue.
Yes, a national security issue, an issue of our election integrity. If the president is seeking still to essentially cheat in the next election, that is not a remedy for his misconduct. The remedy is impeachment. And that's why we've moved forward, and we've done so, methodically, but nonetheless with a sense of urgency.
The congenital liar, please come on the show. Give you a full hour. Full hour. The #1 show on cable. Come. Said, we'll talk. Anyway, he's worried about losing again in 2020. What we're seeing here is every part of it is a disgusting pattern that has now gone on 3 straight years. Democrats always looking for ways to rig the system. Now, they've used the IRS to target conservative and Tea Party groups. They use the FBI. We now know, it's all confirmed, everything we've told you for almost 3 years, to spy on the Trump campaign transition and deep into the Trump presidency. They call for the Electoral College to be abolished. They want to stack the courts in a scheme to manipulate the U.S. Supreme Court so they can legislate from there. And now they're using the very serious tool of impeachment because they want to alter the outcome of an upcoming election. And meanwhile, the president, accomplishment after accomplishment after accomplishment. We could go on. The Washington Examiner, well, put a couple of hundred up there if you want to read them. President Trump has been busy, in spite of the most difficult circumstances, out there keeping his promises. He's working to improve the lives of Americans, make us more prosperous, try and make us more safe and more secure, and keeping his word. Tax cuts ending, end of burdensome regulation, energy independent, net exporter of energy for the first time in 75 years. He promised freer, fairer trade deals. We've got it. Prison reform, done. The right to try. And that's done by the president, meaning you're sick, you want to try something, you have the right to do it. Building the wall on our southern border, yep, he got that done too. He's finally got the money in spite of zero help. Destroying the ISIS caliphate by taking off the ridiculous handcuffs, rules of engagement from the Obama era, done. Baghdadi, dead, along with his associates. The list goes on and on. Look at our economy, one record after another that is now being set in this country. No political stunt is going to slow down the president's agenda. And on November 3rd, in 320 days, we, the American people, we get the final say. The choice for president is going to be clear.